Guess where I am? I am in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and it is August, and we scored a night at Leconte Lodge. So what I'm going to do is, or what we are going to do, we're going to take advantage of this time and hike up some trails that I haven't been down. And Baskins Creek Trail is one of those, but we're going to take it to Grapeyard Ridge Trail and then go up to Brushy Mountain Trail. I haven't done that trail up to Leconte yet. This will be the first time, but tonight we're staying at campsite 32. Then tomorrow night we're going to stay at the Leconte Lodge, and Monday we're going to hike down Rainbow Falls. But as of right now, weather is okay. Hurricane Laura came through, and now it's a tropical depression. It's passed through, and now we're going to hike into it. It's very wet. There's little raindrops falling from the canopy here and there, but for the most part it's not raining. It's just kind of misting, which you can kind of expect that here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, since it's such a temperate rainforest. We've got 7.1 miles to campsite 32 today, and I guess it's now 9 o'clock, and it's not going to take that long to get there. It's pretty even elevation gain and loss, so but it shouldn't be that bad. But today, last but not least, and the most important, I've got Mrs. JBENHIKES with me. She's the one that actually called Leconte and said, "Hey, you guys got anything open?" And they're like, "Well, yes, we do on this date." So she went ahead and booked it for us because we've been there before, and we kind of learned the little secrets to how to score a cabin, and so that's what she did. Anyway, I guess as normal, as the rain starts falling, put your backpack on, tighten down your straps, and let's go down the trail. All right, so I got my umbrella out. It's a little too warm to be wearing my rain jacket. You can see Joy, she has hers on. She also has an umbrella, but she's choosing to go with that for right now. It's very simple. But I'm a little more hot-natured, so I'm pretty sure that I would just get too hot in my jacket. I'd rather take a little bit of moisture from the sky and from the canopy than wet out from the inside on with my jacket. But this is the second time I've hiked with an umbrella. First time was over a year ago. It was on one of my very first videos that I did coming from Clingman's Dome down Andrews Bald. So we're officially on the trail. And whoa, look out! Officially on the trail. We are walking through a burnt section back in the Gatlinburg fires. You can kind of see around me what it looks like. Feels good to be back out on the trail after a couple of months hiatus because of the heat. It's been a hot one in Alabama. And it's comfortable right now. It's not hot, but as I climb in elevation, I am warming up. I do have some new gear on this trip. Every year I'll get a new pair of trail runners to hike in, and this year I chose the Ultra Olympus, the new ones, and they're doing well. You can see the stack height on them. So far they're doing well. really cushiony. I like that. Soft footbed. Coming up on a trail intersection, or trail signage. Oh, Baskins Creek Cemetery. Okay, so we're coming up on the Baskins Creek Cemetery. Definitely probably a family plot. It's kind of steep getting up to it. I guess it gives credence to that song, Go Rest High Up on the Mountain. Coming up on the trail intersection, we've got Baskins Creek Trail to Roaring Fork Road, 1.3. Trillium's back the other way. We came 1.4. Baskins Falls. Well, we definitely want to do that. Right, Joy?
Yes, love some falls.
The trail down here is very precarious. Especially if it's been raining. It's kind of a slick mud. Welcome to Baskins Falls. Okay, so that was nice. Baskins Falls. So 1.3 to Roaring Fork, and off we go. We've come up on another cemetery here in the park. What is it with our fascination with cemeteries and old parks? Looks like there's a lot of veterans in here. The older section over here. The just the rock headstones. My goodness, there's a lot of bodies here. This has to be children on this side because they're so closely placed together. Alright, so we're finishing the Baskins Creek Trail, and we're coming up on the Roaring Fork Motor Trail, and we're going to cross over it, and we're going to get on Graveyard Ridge Trail, and then we got 3.2 to our campsite. Wow, look at this. I bet there were a lot of good memories made here with these houses with kids. Oh, corn crib. So they'd pull their wagon up here and they'd toss their corn over, and then when they needed the corn they'd pull from right here. That's interesting. Or they would pull from right here. That's neat. That's a great little video. There she is. But I got one in mind. I'll show you next to tangerine. I don't like the tangerine, I like the lemon lime. Show that lemon lime. Oh yeah, this is nice. It's a very nice camp area. Campsite 32, nice and flat, grassy. So it's about 2:43. We've gotten to our campsite, and we've selected a site right here. I've got a tarp that I'm going to put up over the tent, and I had to have some trees to guy out with. So we've gotten camp set up. The Duplex, the Zpacks Duplex is underneath my tarp. We are expecting thunderstorms later on tonight, maybe this evening, and I wanted to give us a porch to be able to keep our doors open, our storm doors open on the Duplex. Here's our porch. Keep some airflow in there, especially with two people. Hopefully it's going to cool down some more. So it's dinner time. And tonight, Joy, what are you having?
I'm having Good To Go's classic marinara with pasta.
Okay, great.
And you are having Backpacker's Pantry pad thai with chicken.
Nice. Looking forward to that. So we're going to get some water boiling, and we're going to get this food hydrated and sit here and enjoy the quietness and the sunset. Okay, so like Joy said, I've got pad thai with chicken, the Backpacker's Pantry. So inside, I got some little accessory accessory, I guess, part of the recipe. We got some peanut butter. We have some true lime. We have some sriracha powder. And we have peanuts. So let's get this water boiling. So I'll put too much water in Joy's meal, and it is now a marinara soup.
Still tastes delicious though.
Extra flavorful.
Very.
Very tomatoey.
Which I love. So good.
Mine's still hydrating. Joy has coffee. McLatte coffee. So I've added some of the sriracha peanuts and some of the lime. Doesn't look too appetizing, but I bet it's going to be good. I put a little too much sriracha in it. Let's make my nose run. But it's good stuff. I would eat this again. It's good. How was yours, Joy?
It is excellent, even with the extra water in it. Very good. Everything was very flavorful. I love it.
Okay, so we're wrapping up this evening. I'm about to get into shelter. We've got our camp secured, clean camp as always. We're hearing some peals of thunder off in the distance, so there's probably going to be a good chance that it's going to rain tonight. But overall, it's been a very pleasant evening. The temperature's been very cool. We had a great dinner, and now we're going to get in our shelter and just go to sleep. I almost fell asleep earlier, laying over on my mat while Joy just kind of walked around and got ready for bed. But I don't know if you can see off in the distance, it looks kind of grayish blue, and that's probably going to move this way. Hopefully it'll stay to the north of us, but I think when we watched the radar this morning, it is pushing kind of down southeast in kind of an odd fashion, but I'm sure the tropical depression has a lot to do with that, of Hurricane Laura that just came through, the Category 4 hurricane that hit Louisiana. All right, well, I checked around above the shelter. There's no widowmakers, thank goodness. Well, I think I've got us a pretty good rig over here as far as a tarp over our duplex. A little redundancy, but I wanted to, with the two of us in the duplex, I wanted to keep the doors open as much as possible, keep airflow going, so it just doesn't get so stuffy in there if it does start raining. And that's why I brought my seal nylon tarp that goes to another one of my shelters.